Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan and we are joined by Hallee. And today we're going to be going through an article that I found that is called Secret Things Men Do That Women Actually Find Attractive. And I thought it would be nice to give you a woman's perspective on this. I know there are a ton of videos on YouTube covering topics like this one. I think I've even done topics like this on my channel before. So I think just getting, a couple of women's perspectives can be really helpful for all of you guys to make sure you are kind of taking good advice and on the right path and not just doing some crazy stuff that an article online told you to do. So let's get started. So secret things men do that women actually find attractive. Let's see. Number one is geek out about his passions.
Absolutely.
This is 100% true. When you are seeing a guy or when you go on a date with a guy and he, number one, is talking about things that he's into, what his passions are, what he likes to do, his hobbies, and then seeing him do those things also, so sexy and attractive.
Yes, I love when a guy is passionate about something, has drive for something. It does.
Yes.
I don't even almost care what it is so much as the fact that they have something they're passionate about.
And I think a lot of guys too get caught up in this, like, well, girls aren't going to like the things that I'm into. But honestly, it is more about having passion and goals in your life versus like what exactly it is. Like if you're really into video games and you have a YouTube channel about video games, that's awesome. Yeah. And I don't think you should be embarrassed about what you're into because sometimes things can get a little bit stereotypical. And guys think like, oh, this isn't attractive to women. But seriously, guys, when you are passionate, that is like the number one sexy thing.
Yeah, it's like way up there.
Yep, 100%. So that one is true. We're off to a good start.
True.
Number two is wear red. And that picture is terrifying, number one. So don't post a picture like that on your dating profile, guys. Okay. I don't know about this one, so let's read the little paragraph. It says, this just goes to show you some of the weird things your brain does without you knowing. A study done by the University of Rochester shows that women find men wearing red more attractive than those that don't. Andrew Elliott, the study's lead author and professor of psychology at the university, concluded that women view men as red and higher in status, more likely to make money and more likely to climb the social ladder. And it's this high status judgment that leads to the attraction.
I feel like no.
I don't know. I never see men wear red.
Maybe
it's because I live in Cleveland, Ohio. But
no.
I don't know. I just feel like that's such a bold color.
It is very bold. It's a very seductive color, I feel like.
Yeah, it's giving very Lucifer.
It's aggressive. Yeah, Lucifer vibes. Yeah.
Maybe like different shades of red. Like Teddy has a burgundy sweater that I really like. But it looks good with his features because he has like dark hair, dark eyes, and like he's a little bit more pale, so it like brings out his features a little bit. But like a bright red, I don't know that I would be. I just can't even
picture it.
No,
like a bright red.
I know that men are really into when women wear red.
Yeah.
Like a girl in a red dress, hypnotizing to men. But I don't know if I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But then again, thinking about it, like I don't know if I've ever seen a guy.
I feel like I don't see it that much.
No, I will say though, like. Guys who wear black suits with like red accents, I've always thought that looks really tacky and very like 90s to me. So I don't like that. That's the only time I've really seen guys wear red is when they wear like a red bow tie.
Prom. I'm just picturing prom. I think my brother did that for prom because his date was red. But
wearing a red dress.
That's all I can picture. Yeah. Like I can't even picture a typical scenario.
So, don't know about this one. Next one is be a good friend to his buddies. Yeah, I think seeing someone be a good friend, like if your friend's having a hard time and he's there for them. Like,
wait, so he's a good friend to his friends. Okay.
Yeah, like basically just he's a good friend.
At first, when I first saw it, I thought it meant she's a friend to his friends.
Oh, like you're friends with his friend?
That's giving me pick me girl.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see.
I think that's kind of along the lines of how do they treat the waitress or the waiter?
How do they treat
people other than you?
Yeah, because if I was dating a guy and he was always talking really bad about his friends or putting people down or he was rude to people, that's such a turn off to me.
It's telling about their true character.
Yeah.
Who they're friends with.
Yeah.
And they'll probably say the same stuff about you, honestly.
Exactly, when you're not around. This says, a big part of being a good friend is being kind, and it turns out that women find that very attractive. Yeah, I would so much rather be on a date with a guy who is so kind to everyone rather than a guy who acts like he's better than everyone is being like a total jerk.
Yeah.
Because that just shows that they have like an ego complex.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to go down that road. So yeah, I think being kind, being a good friend, being there for people is always a turn on. Women love 100%. That. That's just like being a good person.
Yeah, that's kind of
like,
common
I would look for
sense.
that quality in a friend too.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Just... Okay, this next one says, act a little awkward. Which, right off the bat, I'm thinking immediately no, so I'm going to read the little paragraph. There's nothing that will make you feel more awkward than a first date, so why not use that to your advantage? According to the dating coach Sarah Jones, a little awkwardness can endear you to a woman. It's a great way to show that you're attracted to her, which is always flattering, as Jones told the site The Good Men Project. Now, the story involves her, and she's more invested if you were showing no apparent interest. I think showing interest is different than acting awkward. Like,
yeah, I don't think, I mean, this just seems like, why would you fake being awkward? You're naturally going to be awkward if it's a situation that calls for it, like they're saying.
Like, if you're a little nervous, it's okay, but you don't want to really lean into that. Yeah. I would say you don't want to be, like, fidgeting or, like...
Let me purposely make this date
not making
so awkward
yeah.
so she's totally into me. I would not say that's an approach
no.
to
If you're naturally a little bit awkward or nervous, I think that's fine. It's very normal to be nervous for a first date.
I definitely get that way. I get awkward when I like someone, like a little shy.
Yeah, and honestly, it shows that they like
purpose.
you if they're a little bit nervous. But also, women are attracted to confidence. I'm not saying you should show up to the date and act like you run the universe and that you're not nervous at all. Yeah. Like, you should show interest, but you can show interest in so many more ways than acting awkward.
Yeah.
That's like not something I would advise you to do at all.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's more. It says, what else does it say? People who exhibit awkward behaviors see the world from a different perspective, which can be refreshing when getting to know someone. Even more encouragingly, Teresa told the magazine, kind people don't look down on awkward people, and awkward people can be interesting, bright, and motivated, and they can be loyal friends.
Again, I'm not throwing shade at awkward people. I just don't think you should pretend to be awkward.
No. Because I think some guys might read this and be like, okay, check mark.
Okay, let's just be so awkward that it's uncomfortable. Don't do that.
And the girl's going to be like, I'm nervous enough. Like, this guy is making me even more nervous. So, don't love that one. Okay, the next one. Roll up their sleeves to their forearms. Yes, I love when a guy is wearing a button down and he rolls his sleeves up so I can see his forearms and his watch.
Yeah, I've never thought of that one, but I can,
Because it shows a little bit of skin. It leaves a little room for mystery. You're like, ooh, his forearm looks really nice. What does his bicep look like?
What's the bicep look like?
Yeah, like, it gives me a little room for imagination. I like it. And a strong forearms just make you look like you've got it going on.
Yeah.
I read this thing one time where it's like girls, one of the first things they notice are your shoulders and like your broad shoulders. Like if you're a guy with broad shoulders, because it looks like you're very masculine and like protecting almost.
Interesting.
So maybe showing a little bit of skin on your forearm can give that same vibe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting. The next one is cook. Yes, 1,000,000 times yes for me. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's just a fun activity you can do together. I like to cook, and I don't know.
It's just fun when a guy cooks for you.
It's fun. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're gonna like cook me a little dinner, take care of me.
Yeah, or like make me breakfast in the morning.
Yeah,
like it's a sexy thing to do, and also it shows that you can take care of yourself and you're a competent human being. I think a lot of people, it would make me a little bit nervous if I was dating a guy who couldn't cook, never cleaned, didn't pick up after himself, just like had no...
Because you're like, if we ever live together, should I be concerned?
You're going to be doing all of it.
Yeah, I'm not doing everything.
That man is not helping you do anything.
Yeah, cooking's good.
But yeah, I think cooking is really sexy, just because it shows like you can kind of take care of things.
Yeah.
The same as like when a guy has a dog or like plants.
Yeah, it's like initiative. Yeah, they can
keep something alive, which is reassuring. Sweat. Okay, that's weird.
Wait a second. Hold on.
It's time to make like Olivia Newton-John and get physical. Wow, corny. The University of California, Berkeley has found that the scent of male sweat can make heterosexual women more sexually aroused. Yes, really. The scientists at UC Berkeley found physiological and hormonal changes in women after they had smelled a compound found in male sweat. The compound contained some chemical I cannot pronounce, which is a derivative of testosterone. Oh, this is interesting. There are some
pheromones. I've heard those.
There's fragrances that utilize pheromones to like
Really?
attract women. They're supposed to like attract women.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna like argue science here if this has been proven, but this is just not something I've ever really noticed before. Like,
I think that reading the description helped because when I first said it, we saw
Sweat?
it, like, show up to the date, dripping sweat. I'd be like, is he okay?
yeah, but like if you're at the gym or something and you're working really hard and a girl's also there,
Yeah,
she
that's
might
different.
That's different, but like don't just show up to your date sweating because this article told you that sweat attracts women.
I mean, you'll naturally sweat a little bit, I feel like, on a first date.
Yeah, maybe that will
If you're a
attract
little
her. I don't
nervous,
know.
and then those pheromones will be going.
But also
I guess.
know, like deep down, know this: sweating is not going to make a girl like you.
No.
The same way that wearing red is not going to make a girl like you. The fragrance does not make the man. The clothes do not make the man. The man makes what he's utilizing to enhance himself, right?
You're not going to be able to use all these tricks just to make
No.
people to fall in love with you like a magic spell.
No,
It's not gonna happen.
And I think people get really misled by videos like this on the internet or articles that, you know, the description like really makes sense. So I think it's important to read those.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think sometimes this is really misleading. Like I know there's a lot of fragrance channels and fragrance videos where people will be like, this fragrance will get you laid, and I'm like, no, it won't.
It's just marketing.
Yeah,
Marketing psychology.
It's just so that you click on it. Like really just know this when you're reading things like this. But I mean, it's interesting. Maybe I'll keep this in mind going forward.
Yeah.
But it's strange.
I'll think about it.
But I also think when a guy takes care of himself, when he's active and takes care of his body, that's a really attractive trait. And I know, like, going back to our ancestral past, a guy who was able to be active obviously was providing for you, hunter-gatherer type of situation. Like, you needed a man to be that way.
Right.
So maybe, like, it's our biological whatever naturally attracted to it.
That makes sense.
Interesting. Wear a t-shirt. Oh my gosh, yes. I love when a guy wears a t-shirt.
I love plain shirts.
Yeah.
One color.
And honestly, basics make the best outfits. I say that so much on my channel.
Absolutely.
Just like basic t-shirts, a pair of dark denim, a cool pair of sneakers, and a watch. Like perfect outfit. I think a lot of guys feel that they have to overcomplicate their outfits when they're trying to look good. Or like going on a first date and they end up doing too much.
So simple.
Yeah, but keeping it so simple also makes you look like you put in just the right amount of effort.
Right.
And you still look like laid back and relaxed.
It's almost the minimalism vibe, where minimalism, it looks like it took them effort to do that.
Yes.
Because it's so not cluttered. I don't know if that's
Yeah, it's like Scandinavian interior design where everything is just like clean, simple, perfect. Same thing comes across for what you're wearing. Like sometimes guys really do too much and it just comes across the wrong way. So keeping it so simple, especially if you're just starting out and you don't really know what to wear, I think just buying some nice plain t-shirts and some dark denim is a great way to do it.
Right.
And I prefer like more simple color t-shirts like the neutrals. I think also those are nice because you can layer them. So if you had like a bunch of versatile color t-shirts and you pop on a cool jacket over it, regardless of the color that you wear, it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
So love it. And I can see your arm. I think like the cutoff by your bicep too.
Yeah.
Something about arms that women love, but the cutoff on your bicep, if it's like hitting your arm on the right way, love it. Love it. Talk with a sleepy voice.
Well, hold on.
We need to read the paragraph for this one.
Paragraph.
It says, no, this is not the same thing as pillow talk. Studies have shown that women find men with deeper voices attractive. However, there's an important factor that's even more important than pitch. Breathiness? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Breathiness? Scientists found that whether a voice was pitched high or low was less important than the voice's breathiness. The quality of voice is very similar to what a man might sound like when just waking up. I can kind of understand that a little
so
bit.
it's almost like
so chill.
Like drug out and put together.
Yes,
and
like kind of sexy.
And, like laid back.
Yeah, like a surfer from California.
Yeah.
Like,
dude.
Like the turtle from Finding Nemo. But yeah, I can get that too. I know a lot of women are attracted to like a deeper voice, like it mentioned.
Yeah.
But I guess that like when you first woke up, kind of raspy voice can be kind of sexy too.
Yeah, but also just don't go on a date and just talk like that on purpose.
Oh no.
Like, yeah.
Or make your voice sound different.
Yeah, don't like talk different because then what's gonna happen the third date and you're like, Why do you sound different?
Yeah, like, why did you have an accent?
Why did you sound...
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
There was this kid I went to elementary school with who was very much American. And I was working at Chick-fil-A one time, like in high school. He comes in and he's talking to me in a British accent. I'm like, bro, I went to elementary school with you.
What?
You don't have a British accent. Like, he was talking to me in a British... It was the strangest thing. So yeah, don't pretend to have a voice that you don't have, because it could be a girl that you went to elementary school with that you don't remember, and she knows that you're American. So it was just bizarre. Like, what the heck?
That's so funny.
Okay, next one is take risks. I think that can be a good one. It can also be a red flag a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on the degree of the risk.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Let's read the little thing. It says, Miss Frizzle's sage advice to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy turned out to be a great dating tip. Women find men more attractive when they take heroic risks, according to various studies. Heroic is the key word here, as women do not prefer men who take non-heroic risks, such as playing dangerous sports. Yeah,
so
I was
going to say.
What
would a heroic risk be?
I don't know, maybe it'll say.
Saving a puppy dog?
Yeah.
Like, where do you have the opportunity to do that?
Saving a cat from a tree, saving a puppy from a burning building, like
I'm gonna go save a cat real quick just so I can get this girl, like...
Yeah, what? It says, it's also very possible that bravery is more important than altruism when it comes to choosing a mate. This could explain why men with jobs as pilots, firefighters, and doctors are some of the most swiped right candidates on Tinder. Oh, you know what?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense, yeah.
That makes total sense. But yeah, like, I would not be attracted to a guy who was like bungee jumping or what else, skydiving all the time. Like, adrenaline junkies honestly are a red flag to me, because I'm like, why are you chasing adrenaline so much?
I know.
Going on?
I like a good balance of adventure, because I'm adventurous, but I also like, if they're skydiving every other day, I'd be like, okay, that's a little concerning. I'm also not gonna worry if you die.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure. So I think having a good balance.
The job, like, explain that more. The pilots, the firefighters, because I feel like
it's heroic.
It's heroic, yeah. If you think you trust them saving someone's life, and you're like, oh, I feel very safe with them or something.
Yeah, makes total sense. Okay, this one says brood. Is that the word?
Maybe my vocabulary isn't strong enough.
Yeah, I need a thesaurus. Sometimes we can actually unknowingly subscribe to traditional gender norms and values. A study by the University of British Columbia has found that women find men more attractive when they are brooding than when they are showing happiness and smiling, at least at first impression. The lead researcher, Professor Jessica Tracy, stated, while showing a happy face is considered essential to friendly social interactions, including those involving sexual attraction, few studies have actually examined whether a smile is in fact attractive. Maybe like a more stern look? Like maybe it's a little more mysterious. Like blue steel, like kind of vibe.
Straight face? Maybe.
Let's see what else it says, because I'm very confused. Supposedly, brooding is a sign of pride, which is evolutionarily attractive.
Is it when they're just kind of like?
Yeah, maybe like
like straight face. Just,
you know why? Because maybe it leaves a little more room for mystery instead of a smile, like giving away what you're feeling. Like sometimes looking a little bit more laid back, down to earth, mysterious. Can
like
be
a confident look, like almost like you're just like looking confident.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that what it means? I don't even know.
Let's look up brood. Think deeply about something that makes one unhappy. So maybe it's like.
So you're just kind of like
the thinker. Like you're just looking.
Like stoicism. Like when they're just like you don't know what they're saying, no emotion, just thinking.
Yeah, they just look a little like sexy. They're thinking. Okay. I can get that. Sometimes a smile does come across a little too eager sometimes.
Yeah. It would definitely give that mysterious vibe, like you said.
Yeah. It's kind of like when a guy wears sunglasses. Like you can't see what he's doing with his eyes. It's like mysterious. Okay, keep on the uniform. Oh, I wonder if this one goes back to like the heroic.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Being like a police officer, firefighter, doctor wearing a white coat. You know.
Definitely.
Are men really more attractive when sporting a uniform? Science says it all depends. As a part of a study conducted by University of Southampton, women were asked to rate the attractiveness of men in 3 heroic contexts: warfare, sports, and business. In the end, the participants were more likely to find a soldier good-looking, and if he happened to win any bravery medals during his service, the women were more willing to date him. Yeah, probably goes back to like feeling safe.
Yeah, I mean it's about the same thing as like people swiping on firefighters, pilots. And a uniform's attractive. I would say but like obviously if you don't have that uniform, don't wear it. Like, that would be weird.
Right, like you don't want to be wearing a military outfit if you're not in the military.
Yeah. So
interesting. Also, I'm like traumatized from dating someone in the military, so I don't think that's attractive. But
yeah,
only because
probably, yeah.
I have like, I'm traumatized. So yeah, no. I'll choose the suit. Thank you. Next one is embrace their grays. Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
because
don't
it makes
dye the
you,
beard.
yeah, it makes you look more distinguished, mature. Women tend to go for men who are older than them because they give off that mature, I have my life together kind of factor. I love the salt and pepper when a guy starts going gray. Love it. Don't dye it. Looks so good. All right, guys, that is all we have for this video. This was an incredibly interesting article. Some we agreed with, some not so much. I think the descriptions helped a little bit, but let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. Love connecting with all of you guys on there as well, and give Hallee a follow.
At Hallee_Smith.
As always, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you all next time.
Bye.